Welcome Virgo, this is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your September full moon reading. If you are Virgo rising in particular, this reading is open to any Virgo placements. However, if you have a Virgo rising, this is going to affect your first house with a full moon in Virgo. The first house being your focus, your concentration, your perspective at this time. And this reading will cover the second 2 weeks or the last half of September. So before we get started, I want to thank all of you who have liked and subscribed to my channel. That is truly what boosts my ability to continue to offer these readings, which I love doing. And I also appreciate the comments, the donations, and the shares of my channel. I appreciate all the support and love that you give me. So thank you for that. Let's get your overall energy for the second half of September, Virgo. And we have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands shows you investing everything, working extremely hard over a long period of time to complete something, complying with all the requests that are being made of you, meeting your obligations and responsibilities, being physically worn down, damaged, bruised, but more determined than ever, absolutely not giving up, unable to stop yourself, and assured of victory as a result of this. In the 10th house, we have the World card. The World card indicates that you have completed something significant. This is your 10th house of social position, the way others see you, and you are receiving the recognition and the reward for something well accomplished, something that is in the public view, that is on behalf of a team of others. This is the end of a cycle, the successful completion of that cycle, and you are now prepared to move into a new direction with all of the things you've learned, all the alliances, associations, into a new endeavor. So the World card for me is a portal. It is a transition, but it is one in which the work you have done, the achievement you've contributed is acknowledged. In the first house, we have the Devil card. This is the house of your perspective. This is where the full moon is having its most intense energy for you, Virgo. The Devil indicates your awareness that you have been making choices either to continue to respond to the needs of others, those particular others or that community has not always been responsive to your needs, if at all. But you've chosen this for some reason repeatedly, and you're now aware that you need not choose that. And this completion that you've just affected has allowed you to recognize those restrictions, those limitations that you have chosen repeatedly. This card indicates that you're recognizing the toxicity and the damage in those relationships, in those goals that did not fulfill you, did not advance you, did not serve your needs or serve you in any particular way. We'll find out more about that. In the 4th house, your home, your history, your memory, the Nine of Swords is mirroring this Nine of Wands in a way, and shows me that you've been working really hard at understanding those elements of your life that you would view, those experiences, as a failure. Those things that were disappointing, a betrayal that hurt you, those heartaches, those ways that potentials were never realized. And you're understanding your role in those experiences now much more clearly, not only are you understanding your role, but you're seeing the gifts, the lessons you've learned, so that you could not be where you are without this resistance, without this understanding, without learning the many things that you needed to learn in order to be able to choose something different. This is the highest sense of the devil, is your ability to release what has been restricting you, what has been holding you back. This continual need to revisit or realign yourself with those who have not advanced your agenda, your goals, or supported you in the ways that you needed it. You have released those, you've let them go, and you've accepted the necessity of those experiences in your life. The seventh house, your significant others, shows us the Seven of Cups, and this tremendous release, this release of pressure that you're beginning to experience is showing itself through a multiple of options in your relationship house. It is not just the relationship with others, it is the relationship with goals or your desires. And many of these are looking to you as habitual distractions, ways in which you may find pleasure or fantasize or simply imagine yourself enjoying something that may not be relevant to your purpose, to your path. But nevertheless, your ability to entertain these options is engaging your imagination, your creativity in a way that has been relatively clamped down. You're really recognizing that many of the things that you have done in partnership, in relationship, have been to escape this sense of obligation and responsibility, this imbalanced relationship dynamic that you've been participating in for a long time, so that your relationships are not netting you anything substantial. They are dissipating. They are illusory at this time. I'm going to clarify the devil in the first house with the Empress in the second house and the Three of Pentacles in the third house. You are indeed tapping into your immense creative and productive power. The Empress is recentering you in the values of love, relationship, give and take, balance, harmony, the endless generation of ideas, creativity, resourcefulness. This is the you that is more essential to your values and the things that you possess, the reason you want to possess them. And it shows your relationships to be of a new and higher value to you than what you may have been experiencing in the past. There's also ample opportunities for collaboration that is a way for you to elevate and increase the value of the services and products that you are part of your work effort. This can be you collaborating on a new curriculum, collaborating on a new creative project, or a new way to communicate, a kind of training, but it is a new expression of your creativity in which you are able to collaborate in ways that you find pleasure, support, and that generate new ideas among themselves. Your key commitment in this collaboration is an elevation of excellence, of craft, of perfecting something that you have been doing for a long time. This is immensely powerful and productive. The Nine of Swords in the fourth house is clarified by the Devil. Again, a repeat card, and the Hierophant in the sixth house. You are definitely have an opportunity to produce something in a major organizational way. You have an opportunity to contribute knowledge, resources, a new way of learning, a new way of training, a new way of instructing others in a way that builds up the organization that you're affiliated with. The organization has received your investment of time and energy, and that time and energy has overwhelmed your creative gifts. And so at this time, you are receiving an opportunity to uh, not enshrine, but to establish the way in which you teach, share, grow, or lead others so that you are able to share what you're learning. And this is having an impact on conventions, organizations, traditions, a conventional way of seeing something. You are learning and growing and teaching alternatives to that. You are building those resources in a creative way that you are benefiting from. Again, I see you releasing some kind of toxic environment that has limited and forced your compliance rather than served you. But through this experience, this may be many years of a commitment to a larger organization or institution, you have been the learner, you have grown, you have developed, you are evolving a product or service that is increasing in value. In the 7th house, the 7 of Cups is clarified by the Knight of Wands in the 8th house and the 6 of Wands in the 9th house. There is recognition in higher education, in an institution where there is great opportunity for travel, for learning, for exchange, for exploration, for research. But your efforts are definitely being recognized and rewarded. It's interesting that you are releasing and choosing a less toxic environment or way of sharing your resources with others. And this may be very much about your familial, intimate situations, your friendships, where you're recognizing limitations that you've experienced through those, as well as opportunities. But in your public life, you are being recognized and rewarded for your ability to overcome major obstacles. You have not completed your new opportunities. This new collaboration is building towards new growth and opportunities for you. You're questing for new ways to expand what you are doing and expand on your partnerships, particularly those that adhere to your work, even your home or significant others. But you are growing in this capacity to contribute something new, despite the recognition you're already receiving for an achievement in this same field, in this very field. You are building on new ways to expand that, even new locations for you to represent this institution or your ideas among institutions. The World card is clarified by the 4 of Pentacles in the 11th house and the 7 of Cups in the 12th house. So the 7 of Cups is also a repeat, as is the Devil card. So this is very instructive that you are looking for distractions. You have built an incredible foundation of resources of stability and strength. And this is something that you're able to export, to share with other communities globally. However, this tremendous release, this change, this shift in the way in which you are being recognized and honored by not only institutions, but the way you're choosing your intimate relationships is leading you to, is releasing your imagination, providing you with a wealth of options that you did not understand previously. These options are things you are inspired to become more curious about. These are the options that lie outside of your current experience. These may be new ways to love, new ways to understand your life, your relationships, your achievements, but you are moved to explore what you have always understood to be distractions, sidebars from the momentous work that you are engaged in at this time. I'm going to clarify this reading, or finish up this reading, with an oracle card from the language of flowers and the crystal oracle, and I'm getting flowers again, and I've pulled the tuberose. The key word is desire. Be certain of where you place your passion. I'm going to leave it here, Virgo. Thank you so much for this reading, and until next time, Namaste.